Just use a one.
Alrighty. Yes, just a one or two. I let somebody else deal with it. All right, so it's Friday.
It is.
Yes, it is. And
Friday
it's actually
again.
nice and cool out today. I'm getting so used to this.
I so miss the heat.
Don't worry, it's coming next week, 90s.
Yeah.
You'll be happy.
When are we supposed to have rain? Sunday,
Monday, 40% chance. I looked at it, so we have a 60% chance we're not going to have rain.
Oh, okay.
That's how that works.
That is how that works. I saw the other day, well, actually in Rotary the other day, that Nick was showing that it was going to be a 70% chance of rain on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. So it's already changed.
Well, the last I looked at it, could have went to 70 yesterday. I didn't, I didn't make it to Rotary yesterday because
I know I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Oh, that why?
Yeah.
I thought
because they finally are coming to do all the work that they need to do under our house and put, move that sewer line and all that fun.
It's Monday is a 70% chance.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And
I got dirt out back.
Yeah, you got dirt and a hole.
Yeah, a big hole.
The plumbing get done, or
they're still working on it. It's going to take them a few days.
And you're not going to the street. You're still going to the same hookup in the alley.
Back. And actually, the plumber guy's like, it'd be better for us back here anyway, because you got those two big trees in your front yard, and for us to get past the roots and everything, we're probably going to kill a tree. I'm like, okay, we don't want to kill these trees.
No.
Because we got mistletoe that the city won't take out to killing them already.
Yeah. I hired Grover to come out and thin my trees and get rid of all the mistletoe. I guess it's already been 2 years ago, and like 2 weeks later, the city crew was out there trimming trees, and I'd been working on it for a couple of years, talking to the city, and they're, oh, you're scheduled sometime, maybe in the next 10 years.
Suppose they have money now to do it, but.
Yeah, they got a grant, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, if your trees, like my trees are our neighborhood, the mistletoe was so bad. It's still so bad because no one's cleaned it out.
Mm-hmm.
I did my trees 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And at that time, I forget who I called, but he used to work for the city, had his own company. I don't remember who it was. And he was like, you have maybe 4 years left on this tree if you wouldn't have cleaned out this mistletoe.
Really?
Yeah. And there's some there's some down the street that are you can just see they're dying because there's only a little bit of greenery left. And, city wants to I hate to say this, and it could be wrong, but it seems like the city wants these trees gone. And they want to plant little ones again.
Well, I offered the city, I just wanted a permit. I was going to pay a guy to come in and take out all 5 of my city trees, and then I was going to replant with trees that wouldn't make a mess and crap all over your sidewalk, like those Chinese pistache that they plant in some neighborhoods. No, those trees are fine. You don't need to get rid of them. I'm not asking you guys to pay for it.
I know, but the problem is they were given to the city so long ago to take care of them that the city owns them.
Well, they got their but the responsibility of taking care of them is yours, the homeowner.
No, they're not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. That's why when one of my branches falls or on somewhere else, the city comes flying out there and they cut them up.
Well, yeah, if it goes into public areas, into other people's areas, but for me to do maintenance, it's my responsibility.
Well, you're probably in your neighborhood, but mine's older neighborhood. I'm in 1950s. I know that I have to get total permission to do anything to those trees.
Yeah. I always ask just for forgiveness.
Okay, me too, but I just want.
We're going to talk about real estate.
We are,
okay,
because this affects your house. This affects
it does
your everything about it. Because a lot of people, I love the older neighborhoods because the trees are so large and there's so much shade.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame when we have to get rid of them and they put them with another tree, and the next thing you know, you have no shade. You go to the newer tracks, and even 10 years old tracks. Those trees,
those
are
little
so
tiny
small.
Tiny trees. Yeah.
Speaking of trees, now that you brought that up, so yesterday plumber started. And I have this, it's not the stuff on the, it's crepe myrtle.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And everybody's like, it's going to drop all the stuff in your pool. You're going to need to get rid of it, blah, blah, blah. Right. And so they had to take it out to do the actual sewer line again.
Okay.
I was okay with that. I had saved a jasmine off my fence.
Okay.
And put it in a pot. And put more dirt, and we've been watering it. And so the pool guys and other people who've been there help me do this, and you move it. It's not that big of a pot.
Right.
Maybe, it
10-gallon pot.
It's pretty big pot, but it's not that heavy. You just slide it out of the way.
Yeah.
So the guy who's cutting the tree decides, you know what? I'm just going to cut that in half and kill it so I can move it.
What?
Yeah, I was so pissed. I lost my yesterday.
All over the place.
Oh, I was so pissed. I'm like, what? Why couldn't you just pull it out of your way or tell me as a homeowner, you need to get permission to cut anything or kill anything on my property? And you didn't have that permission. I was just pissed.
Wow.
And then I came, I did some time and I was just stirring in a state. I was like so pissed. I came back and I went over and actually looked to see what they did. And at that point, I lost my shit when I came back out front and told the guy, you're a idiot, and you have no right to cut anything else on my property. And mine, by the way, get the, what off my property, and you're not allowed to be here anymore. And it's like, what? It's like, don't, if someone's working on your property and they cut your stuff without your permission, they need to replace it. They need to fix it. That's
absolutely,
that's not vandalism, but destruction of property. They owe you something. The guy who runs the company, I called one of the guys who was kind of the one that was originally there telling us how we're going to do it. He was like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know why he did that, whatever. And then I called the company and talked to the office person. And then the owner called me and said, I'm sorry, dude. And I told him, he's like, I can't believe that. We save everything. Our big thing is we figure ways to save the stuff, not just cut it up. I said, well, this guy, he doesn't care. And he's like, well, I'll give you so much money off the top to, make it all right. And I said, that's fine. He goes, but it's going to take longer without that guy. I said, that's easy. Just tell him you saved his job and it cost you money and he owes you. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Because there's nothing worse than someone getting kicked off a job site. Right. You'll remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my story. And I'm sticking with it.
And you're sticking with it.
I'm still pissed to this day. I'm still pissed about it.
Wait.
Just the stupidity about it.
I can't tell if you're pissed or not.
Yeah, I am. I know it doesn't look like it, but inside I am. If I think about
inside, I'm fuming.
Yeah. All right. More real estate.
Real estate.
Let's see
more cowbell.
So, one of the people that we follow for Bond is Habib, and he's the guru, and he's been pretty much right all the time. And they did a survey of 3,000 mortgage and real estate professionals to see what was going on in their area, how was it doing. And I have that kind of survey if you want to look at it.
I do.
All right.
Put that bad boy up there.
All right. Let me make it a little bit bigger too.
I say that a lot.
Some of us have that problem. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. If you look at the buyer activity percentage wise, this is overall, right? And I'm not going to go through everything, but you can just see this breaks it by color, what's going on, right? So this light blue here is all this. So it's 40% active. It's 59. It's all over the place, right? Nobody really. So there's still activity. There is some pricing pressure in these states, Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, like we've been talking about. In certain areas, you're going to see a decrease in buyer traffic just because where it's located and what's going on in that state, where it's different for us. We don't have that same thing. We've seen only a little bit of reductions, right?
The light blue. What?
I'm trying to find that one.
Yeah, there it is.
So we're only under a 4% pressure,
pricing pressure in California and Nevada,
and then Texas and all that's at 8%.
Yeah.
So you're looking at activity is still down a little bit, a third, a little over a third, which was what we saw because there's not a lot of inventory still. There's still some and people are buying, but we don't have the demand we had. And I talked about this, I think, earlier on in the week about how there was 9.5 million people who were dropped out of the market once the rates went up, and it's getting worse. So now we probably have 10.5 million because of where we are now with rates, right? We're close to we're in the higher 6s and the 5s for FHA. And that's just the way we're back to 2008 rates, which we haven't seen these since 2008. Right.
With 2021's 22's prices.
Correct. Double. Yeah. That's the issue. So most people look at, okay, my payment used to be this, now it's $600 higher. Yes.
Right.
But what you're not having to do is spend another 20 to 50,000 to get your property. Someone said yesterday, you date the rate and you marry the price.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And guess what? It's still going to be the cheapest you'll ever buy a home, most likely in California.
Well, remember, inflation makes house prices go up.
Right.
Just inflation by itself. No demand at all will cause house prices to go up.
What else does? Recession.
Well, you're right. On average.
Yeah.
Because if you look, we had a recession in 2020, right? Pandemic was a huge down and straight back up because of demand. We shut off everything and came back, and now we're going into a global one, and the biggest problem is the people steering the ship are having a party and they're not focusing on steering the ship, and that's the problem. And I'm not talking the Fed. The Fed's trying to catch up.
Right.
They're running after the falling thing that's going to go over the waterfall. Right. We're going to catch it. We're going to catch it. They're not going to catch it. It's going to go over the waterfall. We're going to have a huge hit.
Yep. And boom.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the way it is.
And some people make a lot of money in those markets.
Everybody does.
Yep.
That's opportunity. What's happening now is opportunity for a lot of people.
Yep.
You just don't realize it yet. So don't freak out. But the opportunity for most people is to buy a house now and be able to refinance in a year from now when rates are even lower.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. It was in a sales meeting just the other day. Hey, look, I sent that to you.
Yeah, I know. I grabbed it for you.
Yeah.
I knew you kept sending it to me. So basically, Dave Ramsey saying what we're saying. We've talked about this before. We had a video about it a few months ago, but I guess he keeps talking about it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring it up. So.
It's on his tour. It's in his spiel on his tour from the Masters series that I think he's in right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I had today. I'm out of here. See you later.
Yeah, me too. Bye.
Weekend. Don't forget, we have Will Wong on talking about, he's the director of utilities for City of Modesto. He's talking about anything underground. He deals with sewer and water. Right. There we go.
He does. Kind of all the shitty stuff.
Well, and good stuff.
Well, clean water's good.
Clean water.
Sewer's good that it goes away. Just flush those troubles down the drain.
Is that how you
That could be the recession, right?
Yeah, I wish.
Hey, inventory is the same, flat. There's not a lot of it, so go buy.
Yep, that's what you do. Go buy. All right, so yeah, because I keep looking. Everybody keeps saying volume is up.
I don't know where.
Not here in California.
Not here in the Central Valley.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
I mean, it might be in the Bay Area a little bit more because the prices are a little bit higher. But that happens. Of those prices, they get here, then they come down just a little bit, right? 1% on $1 million is only 10 grand, right?
That's how math works.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it?
No.
Yeah, so I think it is only 10 grand. So go ahead. You can do my numbers.
No, you're right.
I know I am. I do numbers all day long. Percentages. It's real easy. Move the zero over a few. Move the decimal point over a few times. So I mean, that's the thing is if it goes down 3%, that's $30,000. That's nothing in a price of a home. We're not going to see any
at $1.5 million
drops.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of people are saying that we're going to see some issues. Well, I see that we're not going to appreciate as much as we were. We're gonna get to
I mean 20, 30, 60%.
Yeah, we're not gonna do 66% over the next 3 years. We're probably gonna do 4 to 5%, which I'm okay with. That's how we don't price people out of the market.
Right?
Yeah, when everybody can get into a home, everybody can get what they want, and they're not being bid out because of it. And that's what we need to get back to. Because
let income catch up.
Yeah, because yes and no. A lot of the problem right now is the people who want to buy can't because they can't afford the new 3% higher in interest rate.
Exactly.
Right. So, and they, that's why I tell them go get a better job since there's so many jobs out there. Someone was saying that they're trying to make this economy get bad enough to where there's layoffs to slow the economy. I could see that, but that's still, we have a ton of jobs, especially if you want to be a trucker, if you want to be in construction, any of those kind of things. The trades are looking for people like you would not believe. Here in Modesto, they have a whole program for women to get into trades, and they'll pay for you to go through those schooling and get that trades. And we had Christine on a while back on the radio show talking about it, and it's huge. There's a lot of people out there who, if you don't like what you do, go get a job and don't go to college, go get in the trades, especially if you're women. It's amazing what they're trying to do because there's such a shortage. I didn't realize this. In the next 5 years, we're going to lose so many plumbers, carpenters, all this because of aging out.
Right.
And we have nobody coming in to replace them. And that's the issue is then they're going to be making $200,000 a year to do this normal trade job that they used to make 100,000 because there's nobody around and they can make more money off of it.
Right.
So
see, wages will catch up. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, it's not the Rona, is it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay.
There was a comedian on Netflix, Joe Coy or whatever. I can't think of him. He was talking about
Joe Coy, the
first time when we had our masks on, and if you sneeze, super spreader.
Yeah, exactly. Don't watch the media.
Yeah, and then they were talking about, he's like, the first time you had your mask on, you're like going into a store and you're like, man, these guys stink. Oh, that's my breath.
Yeah, after a couple cups of coffee in the morning, you got to go into.
I used to chew gum all the time.
I almost said Gemco, but Target. Put your mask on. Oh my God! Yeah, that's why I started grabbing gum.
Yeah, it just was better.
Yep.
All right, I had fun today. Thank you for.
I do too. Peace out. I think it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Go shopping this weekend. Go find a house if you.
Yeah,
need
there's going to be a ton of open houses this weekend. Go look.
And what you should do is get qualified now.
Yep.
Right. And all the way through, like I said, DU the fully underwritten,
get approved,
pre-approval, fully underwritten. That way you're ready to go. Don't worry about where the rates were, because a month ago I was locking people at 4.25. A month before that it was 5 something.
Right.
So it'll come back down in the next few weeks when we show the numbers are not as bad as they think it is. Yes, inflation is probably peaking. This wasn't a major issue. It just seems like the Fed is not doing what they need to do
early enough, and now they're scrambling to catch up.
Correct. So if you're gonna need money, get a HELOC, get a HE loan. Actually, I would recommend get a HE loan if you need a certain dollar amount. Get it, because you can fix that rate. Right, it's a fixed rate,
a little more stable.
Yeah. Next, the HELOCs are going to be adjustables, and when the Fed meets next week to do 3/4 of a point, that rate will go up 3/4 of a point.
Right.
But when they come back next year and drop it 2%, your rate's also going to go the other way. Plus, so it's depending on your situation, meaning that if you need a line to have it there, don't worry about it. Get the HELOC, because then you don't have to. You only pay when you draw on it, right? So get one of those,
right,
just to be there for in case something happens. Right.
Got it. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, and especially with people wanting to do other things, put an ADU in the back. We're going to put together a whole program on the different ADUs and how to get them so you can put them in your back of your house to actually help you afford the new inflation. Well, I mean, people right now, it costs almost $600 more for a family for the groceries and everything else, just to be at the same they were before what we have going on with inflation. So if they haven't had an increase in their salary of $600, it's hurting. They're hurting.
Right.
And that's why they're putting everything on credit cards. So.
Yep. Well,
I guess we said we were going, and I got into another tangent.
Yeah, you did, and I kind of floated along with you.
That's how you should say. We said goodbye. We said goodbye.
Say out. Okay. Right. Have a great weekend, guys.
Ouch. Oh, I'm sorry. Out. All right. Everybody make it a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the great weather.
And remember, we've got Will Long.
That's right. Because he'll never be wrong. He's always right.
Oh my Lord. I don't think that works.
Yeah, you did that last time. I just redid what you said.
It didn't work last time either.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Make it a good weekend.
Have a great
Enjoy
day.
It.
Bye.
Bye.